Hey everyone, Kasabe here. Thank you so much for watching the Madden 06 rebrand over the last few months. It's been a very fun project to make and also play. I can't even tell you guys how much fun I've had playing the old Madden that I enjoy the most, which is Madden 06, the Madden of my youth. And while we've reached the end of Season 1 and Season 2 is still kind of up in the air for when I might be doing that, for the meantime, I wanted to give you guys a recap of Season 1, so if you missed some of the episodes and want to watch it in a little bit more of a easily digestible, shorter video, it's still going to be probably a couple hour long video, but it will have all the important plot points of each matchup from week to week. And hopefully whenever Season 2 comes out, you can watch this right beforehand to get you caught up to date on the happenings of where we are in Season 2. Obviously, I'll go over the roster a little bit and reintroduce the scene in Season 2. But even so, I think it would be nice to have a time capsule like this for Season 1 once we get a few seasons in, to go back and revisit what's happened and how we've built our franchise along the way. This honestly was like the first building block of the franchise. Everybody's team is the same. I was getting used to playing Madden 06 again. Once we start getting into all Madden and the team dynamics start to shift a little bit from the original team build, that's when it's going to get a lot more fun. But that's really it. I hope you guys enjoy this Season 1 recap. I'll be adding some titles and the game happenings to let you know like what was happening at that point in the season, what our record was, things like that. With that, we will see you for Season 2. Thanks for watching. What's going on YouTube? Kasabe here with a brand new series. I'm playing Madden 2006 on the PS2. And we are fully rebranding the NFL. And we will be playing as the Norfolk Defenders. Again, we'll be using the Smash Mouth team type here, which everybody is kind of well-rounded. We'll take a look at our roster here in just a moment. So for the uniforms, we've got the gray with the blue stripes and the blue helmet for the home jerseys, and for the away, a little bit of a mix of gray and white just to kind of change things up. So once again, all of these teams and rosters have fictional players that were created by the game themselves. I have never seen these players before. I have not tweaked them myself. So let's see what our quarterback situation is going to be like. That's going to be a bit rough. Justin, Carey. Running back situation looks decent. We got Derek Michaels. Our wide receiver core, meanwhile, maybe leaves a little bit to be desired. Man, they actually went really heavy with the offensive line. I mean, this guy's a rookie and he's 89 overall, plus our backup is also a rookie at 86 overall. On defense, our left and right ends are great. Now, when I play Madden 06, I usually play as one of the linebackers. So John Knight is a rookie at left outside linebacker. Damon Connor is our middle linebacker. He's pretty dang good. And Vargas, 85 overall at right outside linebacker. Quite a bit of auto-generated rookies on this team. We got Daryl Glenn, 89 overall, 94 speed, so he's going to keep up with the best of the best in the league. Strong safety, meanwhile, Leslie Reed, also a rookie, 92 overall. Today we'll be doing some drills with the players on the team and kind of getting a little bit more of a feel for playing Madden 06, as I haven't really consistently played this game in quite a while. Probably going to start out with him on the pocket presence drill. Even just getting a couple points with this guy might be beneficial into improving his attribute score. Definitely need to improve him a little bit since he's the worst quarterback in the division. All right, let's get this started. I'm going to have to get used to the QB vision again too with the right analog stick. Makes your passes more accurate. His awareness is not very good. Stay in the pocket. All right, we got a gold trophy on the rookie edition, which gets us 3 points. I mean, based on that last drill that we did, we'd almost have to get almost perfect again, get 4 points. So I think I might actually just keep the points and quit. So we can either benefit his throw accuracy or awareness. Awareness bumps your overall quite a bit from what I remember. You can actually get awareness during the games a lot more easily than throw accuracy. So I think I'm going to bump that up a few points. Gonna have one more kick attempt. There's a gold. Our kicker's already pretty accurate, but if I remember anything about this game, it's the fact that if you can kick more than a 50-yard field goal, that makes you OP, so I'm going all in on the power. Next up, I'm going to do the ground attack. Let's see if I can get our running back a little bit more agile. Oh, stay in. Let's go. Button a little bit. Turn up the agility just so he's more able to juke The defenders, probably going to use the middle linebacker most often, so let's get him in here. Ooh, that one resulted in a fumble. This would not fly in actual practice. Hitting the absolute bejesus out of your running back. All right, we got gold. I'm going to bump his awareness. So now he's a 93 overall. Okay, so SWAT passes down with L1. Use the strafe. I usually go for the interceptions a lot using triangle. So this one's going to be really easy. Just get in front of the ball. Yeah, I remember for this one I didn't swat the ball much unless like my dude actually was like so gassed trying to get from like the top corner to the bottom corner. Catching is only a 61, geez, but we want him to be a burner on the corner, so we're gonna improve his acceleration. Catching's not terribly important, plus corners in this game can catch pretty well. Today we're starting the preseason, getting back into some game action, and I'm gonna be playing on PS2 for the first time in a long time. All Pro's proven to be a good difficulty for me to start. Lamont. No, how did the defender get there? Brown? You caught it. Can I get to special teams in time? 8, 7, line up quicker. 0 act. Fuck! They're throwing some choking symbols at me. Oh. Okay, Kentucky. Man, I'm so bad at this game right now. Wow, I can't believe I got that. Coombs got hops. He's taking that for 6. Oh, he's going deep. I got burned. I hit strafe when I didn't mean to. There's that all-pro keeping us on our toes here, just striking for the quick 6. We got a bit of work to do now. Down by 3. Ooh, you know what? They're bringing in all the corners, so we might be able to get a one-on-one matchup. Oh, he got hit as he threw. Oh, fumble. We lucked the fuck out right there. It's 1st and 10 somehow. Oh, there's 2 guys there. I didn't even see them. Oh, no. Ah. Clipping? What do you mean clipping? Did they get the... Yes, I'll take that. We are getting bailed by this game. Holy shit. They clipped on the return? If you do field goal block when they do this, though, they audible. Did you know that? They're going to still run it, though. Well, that's game. We lost 10-7. Missed a field goal. Made some boneheaded plays. But you know what? This was just a practice game for me to get back into things. We played with our backups the entire second half, too. Welcome to week 1, everyone. It's officially here. The regular season's about to get underway, and the Norfolk Defenders are starting off at home against California. Can we? Yes, sir. First offensive touchdown in Norfolk Defenders history. A 15-yard strike. Safety's cheating in. We got Page maybe on one-on-one coverage. Yes, sir. Touchdown into almost quadruple coverage. Carey just threw it in there and threaded the needle. No, that was underthrown. Oh, goodness. That's going to be a touchdown. I wanted to lob that one. Pump fakes. Throws it across the middle. Incomplete. 4th down. So our defense steps up, and we're likely going to go to overtime. Fair catch. That's a short punt. Are you kidding me? Oh, thank God I don't have to run a play on that. That's the end of the 4th. We were on the inch-yard line. That's a pick ball. Glenn. Inside the 40. I have no idea where that ball was going, but who even knows? Page gets interfered with, and they're going to call it. Defensive pass interference. We get the ball inside the 25. Huge, huge penalty, but a good call. I'm glad the game recognized that. You know what? I'm just going to take that right there. Ball's at the 5-yard line, about as perfectly centered as possible. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got the cinematic camera. I forgot about this. Mansfield. for the first win in week 1 in Defenders history from 22 yards. Great kick, good spot. That's down the middle. Norfolk Defenders moved to 1-0 on the season in a nail-biter against California. And welcome back to week 2 of the Madden 06 rebrand. Today the Norfolk Defenders are playing the Louisiana Sailors. I'm going to pick heads for the toss, and we do indeed win the toss here in the Sailor Dome, I guess I'll call it. Tried to push it out right, but only gets a yard, 2nd and 9. That is actually the end of the first quarter, so quick game so far. Louisiana on top 3-0. Cut it back inside. Michaels inside the 5, gets down to the 3-yard line. Michaels looking for his first touchdown on the season. And he's going to push it out to the left for the score. Touchdown Defenders. Oh, they're just doing a... Wow, Edwards just straight whiffed that one, and Connor's not going to catch up since he's the linebacker. Touchdown Louisiana on 1st and 10. It's about a 70-yard score. My corner cheated up to try and get a jump and leap at the ball, but he was way too early. Safety's not able to make the tackle, and from there it's off to the races. Louisiana still does have 2 timeouts as well, so if they get the quick stop here, they might get the ball back with about 40 seconds. But I'm going to actually pass it. Some good coverage. That one was well behind Minter, and Louisiana gets the ball right back. Now Louisiana has a chance to take the lead before the half, bounces off a few defenders, and for 2 plays in a row, Louisiana scores on their first playoff offensive possession. This is not how we wanted to go into the second half here. Across the middle. No, the safety drops back into coverage, but Page catches it anyway, out to the 15. Good solid play there by Page, our main receiver. A little hesitation there as he just kind of stood there for a second. That's the old animations there for you. They bring... Oh, goodness. That one was intended for my streaking receiver. I don't know if I got hit as I threw or something, but thankfully our tight end's there to catch it. And this should be a relatively easy field goal for Mansfield. That should be good enough. Yep, right down the middle. And like I mentioned, Louisiana does get the ball to start the half. Hopefully they don't attack us across the middle or deep like they have so far. Playing zone. Ball is at Abbott's feet, but the defender doesn't go out with him to the side of the end zone, and that's an easy touchdown. Louisiana stacked to the left. Pass play on 1st down. Jackson's going to try and run. He fumbles the ball after he gets trucked by Vargas, and Norfolk defenders with the recovery once again inside field goal range. Let's get a look at the replay here. Absolutely lit up by the linebacker. Just do some dive plays so we have less of a chance to fumble the ball. Michaels cuts inside, gets about 8 or 9 on the carry. Did he just go over 100 yards? Yes, he did. 102 rushing yards, 1 touchdown on the day. He's been our workhorse on 25 rushing attempts, 4.1 yards per carry, and Louisiana is going to try and go for the timeouts. Here's the handoff to Michaels. He trips in for the touchdown, and that will pretty much put this game out of reach. Michaels with his 2nd touchdown of the day. He just went over 100 yards. Guard the middle. He's got a man deep. Cleveland reads that for the interception. He's going to take it back. Maybe we'll score. No, he's going to get tackled inside the 30, and that is the ball game. And there you have it. End of the game from Louisiana here in the Superdome 2.0. A little bit less intense fireworks at the end. Last week I was holding my breath in overtime. Tonight we got a Sunday night matchup against the Albuquerque Diablos. 2nd and 4, see if we can get them off balance. They have a few defenders out to the left here. Michaels cuts it back right. That was the right decision. Trucks the defender, but loses the football. Our offensive lineman, or maybe it was our tight end, jumped on the ball. Thankfully, looks like the Diablos are going with 1 lone safety across the middle. That's our man Brown that we're going to try and go towards. It's intercepted. Diablos get the ball right back at midfield. Got Vargas across the middle. Again, only a couple receivers. That's out to the left, and Vargas is able to get there. Picks the ball right back off. Is inside the 30. I'll just let it run down. They are bringing the safeties in, so maybe we have Minter on some single coverage. Yes, indeed. Minter going for the long ball right before the 2-minute warning. He caught it. It's a touchdown. He's able to make the one-on-one play for the touchdown. That's a 37-yard pass play for the score and a big touchdown. That's a little out pass to Vargas. He's slow on the running back, bounces off a few defenders, and that is a touchdown. Was unable to line up the running back correctly, and Albuquerque is able to get a touchdown out of it. Vargas was not there to make the play, and those two defenders, I'm not sure what they were doing there. Didn't even really have an opportunity to wrap them up. So I'll do a short slants play here, maybe get something across the middle to about the 30. That should get us to decent field goal range. Michaels is all alone. He makes the catch. That's a touchdown. Carey's able to roll it out to the left, and Michaels just went for a full sprint down the left side, unguarded. They're going to dump it off to the running back. This one's a soft toss, and Coombs picks it off. He's going to run past, but no. The quarterback is just able to get a hand on him. That was a not so great decision there by the quarterback, and we'll take that. And a 49-yard field goal attempt by Mansfield. This is by far his longest field goal attempt of the season so far. Accuracy's probably going to push it just right. It might end up being a little bit short as well. So Albuquerque will take over, bringing the blitz here on first down. That's going to be across the middle. Cleveland's not going to get there, and that's a touchdown for the Diablos. Chang across the middle, just crossed the goal line. And now after the extra point, this will be a 3-point game for Albuquerque. Benson's going to run, makes it past the defender. He's got some moves and some speed. He's in for the touchdown. Oh goodness, I tried to line him up last week, like when we forced the fumble. Again, I was just talking about it. Sometimes you just got to make the easy play. And now Albuquerque with the chance to go up 4 with under 2 minutes to go. Or maybe go with the play action. They hand it to their fullback, who was stopped, but somehow manages to bounce off and pick up the first down. That will likely do it. And they end Norfolk's undefeated season by a score of 24-20 with 14 unanswered points. They win here on Sunday night. Both teams now at 2-1, and Norfolk will have some work to do. Last week was a bit of a tough loss. We gave up 14 unanswered points and ended up losing 24-20 on Sunday Night Football. Looking to bounce back this week against the Phoenix Comets. This game is for the division. If we lose, DC takes over. Oh goodness, a fumble right at the start of the game. I'm going to go ahead and challenge the fumble because this is a very momentous way to start the game. It's hard to tell from that angle, but I want to say that he did indeed fumble the football. The game follows the ball as soon as it starts falling out, so his knee probably had a few inches before it hit the ground. We're probably going to lose a timeout here, and we lose the ball right to start off. The play was reversed? What? Let's get a look at this now that we're in the instant replay. I think we just got a break here. Let's go in slow-mo and get a look here. Oh yeah, he was definitely fumbling the football before that knee touched, now that we have a close-up look at it. So what an absolutely absurd way to start this week 4 matchup. We fumble it on the kickoff. We challenge the play because why not? It's like the first play of the game, and losing a timeout isn't nearly as momentous as losing a fumble inside your own 30. Michaels cuts it back to the middle, gets down to the 1-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We're scoreless as of now, but the defenders are threatening inside the 1-yard line on 2nd and goal. We got our goal line formation here, and we're going to try and give Michaels the ball since he's been our star player throughout this season so far, and he is untouched. Gets the few extra inches to get into the end zone. Defenders take the early 6-0 lead. We'll see if we can make it 7 here with the extra point. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends for Phoenix. They're going to go across the middle, and it's picked off by Reed. Phoenix looking to maybe just get a couple yards on this play. Wallace drops back to pass again, looking for his man across the middle. Pump fakes, throws it again anyways. The defender was there the entire time with man coverage, and Wallace was looking at the same receiver the entire play. Threw it anyway, and that's his 5th interception thrown of the game. This ball's underthrown too and knocked away by the defenders. Very well could have been their 6th interception of the game. going for the end zone. That one is caught by White. One of our defenders just got caught flat-footed, and it will end up being a touchdown score for Phoenix, their first of the game. And barring the extra point, this will be a 6-point game. Here's the handoff to Kozlowski, and they're going to mark it a 4th down. Oh, goodness. So here's the time to roll the dice. Do we punt the ball and maybe just push him back 13 yards, or do we go for it on 4th down to end this thing once and for all? I'm leaning towards the fullback dive here. This is it. This is for the ball game. If Phoenix stops them, they'll still have to get a touchdown in the next 30 seconds. Ball's going to Kozlowski. Kozlowski powers through, and that is a 1st down. Norfolk will make it out of this one intact with the win. That is the ball game. Norfolk 16, Phoenix 10. What could have started an absolute disaster with a fumble on the very first kickoff return of the game ends up being a reverse challenge, and both teams threw the ball into the opposing team's arms quite often in this one, but Norfolk escapes with the win. Definitely their most sloppy game of the season. Today it's week 6, or game number 5 of the season. Today's matchup is our first rivalry matchup against a divisional foe, and that is the Cape Coral Crocs. Bit of a mouthful to say. Michaels gets stuffed, maybe even lost a yard on the play. So 4th and 6, it's field goal time. We're on the right hash now, but thankfully the wind is blowing a bit to the left, so that will even a bit out if we just aim kind of straight down the middle. 73 accuracy is it going to go? Wind's going to take it a little bit. Oh, I think that bounced off, not the upright, but the thing that holds it up in the middle there. So it just made it through with enough distance. It kind of ran out of steam there towards the end. They are, no, play action. Oh, I hit triangle with Glenn trying to pick the ball off. Brown, the receiver, tried to showboat, and thankfully Glenn was able to catch back up after that. But a huge play here for the Crocs, and now they're threatening to get the touchdown inside the 10. Knocked away by Combs, and that's going to be a 4th down. So we let up the big play, but we are able to hold inside the 10, and it's going to be a 3-3 ball game with the conversion try here. It is good, so tie game at 3. We have the 2-minute warning upcoming here. Page able to catch it. He fumbled. Oh no. Well, we're inside of 2 minutes. Yes, they are going to booth review the fumble. That's a huge fumble if we lose it right here. That's pretty close. His elbow might have been down, but I don't know for sure. That was a bang play. Let's get another slower look at it here. His knee might have also been down at the same time. We'll see what they give us. Play reversed. All right, we're going to have the ball. That's going to be our last timeout. So I might have one shot at the end zone. Cannot take a sack here. So 2nd and 4, if we get the ball inbounds, it's pretty much over. I think the clock might run out a bit. They're bringing in the safeties once again. Brown across the middle. He catches it. Ran back out of the end zone. Got to get a play going here. Run to the line of scrimmage. Run to the line of scrimmage. All or nothing here. Damn it. Tried to go Kozlowski out to the right. Ooh, I was worried they were going to call that pass interference, but they didn't. And the Crocs are going to go for a 52-yard field goal attempt. To their credit, they do have pretty close to the middle between the hashes here, but we'll see if he has enough leg to make this. He does not. It's no good. So we get the ball back with some decent field position at the 40. Jones has all sorts of space. He's going to dive for the end zone, and he's in. Oh, man, he just crossed the plane and got crunched. Let's get a look at the replay here. Yikes, he got lit up, but he got the score. The first touchdown of the game, and it comes late in the 3rd quarter. Somehow slides to make the catch. Dude just like morphed into that ball. We'll see if they go for it here. Guess they will. I'm going to be a bit ballsy here and send Vargas on the blitz, which means we have a man uncovered. Might have to cover him with Connor. They're doing a toss play on 4th down. What are they thinking? A turnover on downs, a huge stop. Punt's probably going to send him back to near the 50-yard line, but it'll be up to our defense to prevent the touchdown once again. Looking at his man across the middle. I'll take that. I mean, it's still going to be 4th and 3. They're going to have to go past the line of scrimmage at some point. No timeouts, 20 seconds remaining. And he got a touchdown. The receiver came back across the middle, was not defended. We're giving him way too much time out there. That's going to be the end of the 4th quarter. We're going to overtime for the 2nd time this season. And I really hope we get the ball first, obviously. So we lost our first coin toss of the season to start the day. And we lost it again by picking tails. So Cape Coral's going to get the ball here first. Again, in this version of Madden, whoever scores first wins. 3rd and 4, I'm going to have some guys stacking the line here with the zone coverage across the middle, but our defensive line needs to get to the quarterback. Absolutely needs to. They're going to go deep, and somehow he catches it. So he made a 24-yarder, missed a 52-yarder. This one's going to be about 35 yards. Wind's going to his left. He nearly pushed it right. It was trending back to the right, but just tucks inside the field goal post, and Norfolk was up 10-3 going into the 4th quarter. They blow the game with a late 4th quarter drive by Cape Coral, and then in overtime, 2 big plays by the Crocs, including that last throw that put them inside the red zone. They were able to chip in the field goal from there. So Cape Coral goes to 4-2 on the season. Defenders drop to 3-2 and drop out of the division lead. This week we are playing the Colorado Cougars. Again, we are 3-2 after we dropped a game last week. Cougars are 4-2 in the AFC. Back at home in Norfolk, and this week we really need the offense to start to get going, especially on the ground. Hopefully with an offensive possession that we can set the tone with. I'm going to dump it off to Michaels. They're playing zone. I just tried to dive with Michaels, and then he got like a secondary dive. Like, watch this. Right here, I hit dive. And then he kind of lurches forward again, and then again he gets like hit, spins out of bounds. I don't know, I thought that was weird. If we don't get a touchdown, we still might get the first down. Ooh, they stuffed him. 4th down. It's going to be a long 2, and I know I went for it all the way back on our own 36 to extend the drive, but I'm just going to take the points here. Oh God, 0 accuracy, and then still goes through. Thank goodness. Connor across the middle. He's going for it all. And he catches it. Oh God. He had Cleveland single coverage. Cleveland was there to defend the ball, but the receiver was able to reach over him and get the reception for a touchdown. Got Brown open across the middle. A bit of a low throw that doesn't catch him in stride, but it's still enough to get the first down. Almost to midfield already. 1.5 minutes left to go. That one was tossed way in front of Michaels. Jesus Christ. And that's going to be probably a pick 6. How is... Oh, that's Kozlowski. He's our fullback. I was like, why was nobody catching up to the linebacker? But Carey's got some room to run if Minter can throw a block. Yes, he will. Out to the 40-yard line. That might be the longest run that Carey's had all season. I mean, we got 20 seconds, and likely we're going to end with a field goal. Minter somehow makes the catch there. That was an insanely dangerous strike across the middle off his back foot. All right, we got a few chances here at the end zone. We still do get one timeout in case we got sacked, but I'm going to the end zone here. Brown out to the right. Carey floats it. Brown's able to stay in bounds, and that's a touchdown. Oh, boy. Carey's just able to sneak in. So 14-11, we took just about a minute off the clock for a full drive, and that will be the end of the first half. Colorado out in front, 14-11 here in Norfolk. Michaels can block. Carey trying to make it back out of bounds, but he runs out to the 6. That'll be 1st and goal. Carey's had to be a little bit more mobile today than what I would typically like. I mean, I love a scrambling quarterback, but even I know his limitations. Keep barreling forward, Michaels. He got the touchdown. Threw down the head, kept doing the hit stick, see if he could keep bouncing off of the defenders. We got ourselves a tie ball game, and I don't really trust my kicking today, but hopefully we can go up by a point here. There we go. There's a great kick. That will put us in front by 1 point with 4.5 minutes to go. Now this is close to field goal range, so even if we don't get this here, we're going to run down the clock for this play clock. Maybe Colorado will be forced to use their last timeout, so they'll get the ball back with like a minute, and depending on how we do with Mansfield, we might be able to go up by 3. But if we get the first down here, it's over. It's game over. We're able to run out the clock from there. Here we go, Michaels. He gets tripped up and in short. Oh, God. They're still not using their timeout. I've been a gambling man all game. Colorado, for whatever reason, still not using their last timeout. So we're going to run this down as close as we can. And you know what? I might actually call a timeout once it gets down to about 2 seconds on the play clock. So it'd be a 45-yard field goal if we wanted to try it. We'd go up by 4. Colorado would probably still get the ball back at the same points. But if we get just a few inches, it's game over. What do I want to do? If I lose this, then they just have to drive about 40 yards in 30 seconds. Madden says field goal. Oh, God. Do I trust my kicking ability, though? I can't call another timeout, though, because I just did. 100% accuracy. That would be our best kick of the day. It hit off the upright. Why don't the kickers in this game have any leg? God damn it. I was just talking about how I was gambling like all game and I was just gonna have to like maybe go for it, and here we go. It's the same thing as if we went for it and missed it, I guess. Howard's gonna try and run. What is he doing? That's gonna run the clock down significantly. I mean, this is basically, even if they like get the first down just across the middle and extend the downs, they're gonna have to like probably use their timeout. Edwards bats it down. We survive after all of the twists and turns in this game, and we have defeated the Colorado Cougars by a score of 18-17. I need a nap after this one. Jesus. Oh wait, they called their timeout. Why would you do that? It's in the books now. Norfolk takes this one by a score of 18-17. There are so many close games that I've been playing so far this season. I mean, the teams are even. My skill level is not like way up where it used to be when I was 12. There hasn't really been a game where I'm just like, well, this one's been decided in like the third quarter. Either way, like this has been some close, maybe not the most quality, but close football to this point, and we take the W. We're back in Norfolk for the second straight week as we take on the DC Dynamo. Should be a fairly defensive contest. That one's nearly picked off by Reed, but it's an incomplete pass, and Norfolk, to their credit, after a long sustained drive by DC, will force the field goal try. Here's the kick, a 26-yard field goal. That is good, and DC takes the early lead by a score of 3-0. Get a little bit closer to field goal range. We got Michaels out to the right, stays in bounds, and is finally knocked out around the 15. Long drive so far. Michaels falls in for the touchdown. The defender almost had that for DC. He misses, and Michaels is just able to sneak inside the end zone. Another pass to start off first down. Vargas saw that one all the way, and he's going to pick that one off. Breaks a tackle and is out to the 40. Michaels, again, they're just letting him run out there to the sides. Oh, he nearly got the spin move off, but gets hit just past the 40, first down. They will not. They will drop back into zone, and that's a completion out to Michaels. Doesn't get out of bounds, so we're going to call a timeout. Here's Carey. Oh, no, he went to the end zone to go to Minter, and that's picked off. I thought I had him in the back of the end zone, but the defender is able to leap up and get that one. My QB vision cone wasn't very good on that either, so that's a little bit of user error right there. We'll see what they do here on third down. Here's the fake to Warwick. I bit pretty hard on that. He's going deep into double coverage, and he threads the needle for a touchdown. Oh my goodness. 23 accuracy. That's going to blow way off to the right. No good. Kicking is just terrible in this game. I mean, I'm not hitting the meter, but like the length and distance that the kickers from this game can make is laughable. We got to go for it here. Like, if we miss the one field goal from that distance, we're a little bit further behind that. We got to get some yards. Minter is getting bullied up the middle. What is going on here? He can't even run his route. The defender turned around before our wide receiver Page did. That's going to be up to the defense now to force a 3 and out. We got all 3 timeouts. Warwick breaks a tackle, and that's a first down. God damn it, these broken tackles. Hate to say this one's on my defense. My offense just could not do anything once they got to like the 40-yard line in DC territory, and that's been the story. You get a look there at the final score, another low-scoring affair, 10-7. DC and Norfolk now both at 4-3, Cape Coral at 4-4. It's going to be a toss-up as we get into the latter half of the playoff race. Season, we are currently 4-3, and a loss here today will knock us back to 500, which is not what we're looking for. We want to try and, at least if we're going to tread water, be a little bit above the 500 mark. A lot of the teams in this franchise are actually around the 500 mark, so if we can start to move ahead of the pack even just a little bit above 500, I think we'll have a good chance at making it to the big dance. Welcome to Washington as we start this week 9 matchup against the Wildcats. Got Minter across the middle, and the hit jars the ball loose. We would have been inside the 10, but a great defensive effort there by Washington, and it'll be 4th down. A 44-yard attempt for Mansfield. Wind is blowing slightly out to the right. We're also on the right hash, so we'll have to aim this well and good. Great kick, 100% accuracy. Can he get it there? Yes, indeed. Mansfield's had some distance issues so far in the season, but knocks it through for 3 from 44 yards out. And while the drive stalled out, we still got some points on the board. There's the 0 accuracy I was looking for. Washington will get the ball at the 40 to start their drive. I just don't know why I am so good at kicking sometimes and then so horribly bad covering the running. Oh, they're going for streak patterns, I guess. Here's the shot to the end zone, which is knocked away. Kind of an odd choice there for Washington, but they're going to try the field goal. Again, the wind's slightly going with them out to the right. It's a 50-yard attempt. Computer can sometimes make these, but the strength of the kickers isn't really such with the rosters that I picked, as that one is just going to sneak inside the right upright and go over the middle crossbar. It's a tie game at 3 apiece. See if Lamont can get some good yardage here on the return, and we'll have a chance at hopefully taking the lead as Lamont fumbles the football. Jesus Christ. Burton with the interception. He looked over to the linebacker where Connor was, decided to go back to his main target, and we were able to pick the ball off. So offsetting turnovers, we got a minute to go. Don't get put into a sticky situation. Kerry, what the hell was that? It was behind the receiver and at his ankles. This game sometimes, man. I guess we're just kind of like taking shots with turnovers back and forth. That should have been an interception. I don't know where that was going or what person that was designed to go to. I'm unsure how nobody got a hand on the ball at all, but what a crazy last 2 minutes, honestly. Like, what is going on? Still have a chance after this to maybe get some points on the board if Lamont can hold on to the dang football on the kick return. Less than ideal first half, but another defensive struggle with lots of turnovers. Pass game hasn't been too consequential for them so far. And Wheaton has been pretty fast on the ground, as there's another throw. That one was zeroed in by Connor. Their quarterback looked at him the whole way. I would have ran the ball. Then again, I turned the ball over quite a bit, so I can't be talking. Michaels out to the left. Oh my goodness, he just... What? There were 2 defenders right there. They should have just swallowed him up, and that was not the animation I was expecting, but I will take the first down. Run the ball to Michaels again. Hits him with the spin move and is through for the touchdown. Oh, that had disaster written all over it with the gain of nothing on the play, but just hit the circle button. Say what you want about this sustained drive by Washington, but if they don't get in the end zone, I would still consider that a loss on their end. I mean, they've been putting our defense to task this drive. 3rd and 6, likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. But a field goal doesn't really get them anywhere. They're still going to be down by a field goal. That one's nearly picked off by Glenn. That will be the end of the third quarter. Washington, let's see if they decide to go for it now that I guess it's the turn of the quarter. No, they are taking the safe route. They're going to go for the field goal. Here's Michaels. He's got some room to run. And I'm just going to go for the touchdown here. Might come back to bite me, but we get open lanes like that. We take those as Michaels goes over 120 rushing yards. That's, again, like our entire offense today. Take the points where they give them. Washington's still going to have to score a touchdown, and then they have a 50-50 shot of getting the 2-point conversion. They're going for it all to Cleveland. He drops it. Even if they turn the ball over and we run, they have timeouts, but we'd be able to kick the field goal. So, like, this is essentially the game right here. Hughes drops back to pass. He's going for deep to double coverage. That's a turnover on downs. We can just go ahead and run down some clock here. So Washington does force the 4th down. Wind is carrying with us on this 31-yard attempt. Even if Mansfield misses, Washington will have all of about 25-30 seconds to go. 80-ish yards plus score a 2-point conversion. Okay, the meter, like, legit went way faster than it has been all game. That is some BS. Like, what the hell? Like, I just, I don't know. But if I blow this drive here and the 2-point conversion with, like, 20 seconds left, I deserve to lose, in all honesty. We'll just probably Hail Mary it here a couple more times to end the ball game. I'm just going to go way back with Connor, the middle linebacker, to make sure that, like, if for some ungodly reason they catch the ball, I have somebody there to tackle. See how much arm this guy has, too. Cleveland, you still can't catch an interception. As that ends the ball game, Norfolk wins 17-9. Had some kicking issues, some turnover issues, same old, but we're able to get the W, and this time it wasn't by a measly 1 point or 3 points. We were able to win by 8. We are 8 games into the regular season, and this is a big matchup at home against the Minnesota Freeze. They are one of the teams that is slightly ahead of us in the NFC. A win here would solidify our division lead. They're set to pass to begin the game, and Bryant immediately gets sacked. Good man-to-man coverage by the defenders. It'll be 2nd and 16. Minnesota going guns blazing, I guess, on offense. Now 4 wide receivers on 2nd and 16, unless they try a draw play here just to keep things simple. No, they will go back to pass. There's Styles again. I missed the hit stick, and he's able to pick up a couple yards, so 3rd and 11. Are they going with a screen? No, they're going to go across the middle, and two defenders, excuse me, that were there. Not sure what Bryant was looking at. And that's a pick 6 to start off the game. Oh, catch it, Burton. No! 2 tips and the receiver still almost caught it, but I think the rain might have played into that one just a tiny bit. I think it's raining. I can't honestly tell. It looks like, based on the fans on the stands, that, like, the ball is raining, so maybe that affects the game a little bit, but... Ooh, I hit 88 power. That's not going to have enough distance, is it? Jesus Christ, this kicking is awful. I mean, I have an average kicker. I'm just going to say it, but just like the kickers 15 years ago didn't have nearly the distance that they do nowadays, and it shows. Oh, no. Michaels, what were you doing? You ran past the ball. The toss was missed, and then Michaels just took the heck off, like, towards the end zone. Pretty much guarantee that they're going to run. No, they throw it. Glenn with the interception and coverage. Let's go. Is that his 2nd pick of the game? Yes, he had the pick 6 earlier. Daryl Glenn, the rookie. Abbott again. This one was again a bit behind him. No, he fumbled the football. Oh my God, the rain is killing me today. Do I challenge it? I think he was just about in the process of going down, but if we get this, I mean, we're pretty much in the red zone. Yeah, I don't know. The game might give him the fact that his knee might have been down, but I think he was still a little bit off of the ground by the time the football came out. I don't know. Let's see what the computer gives us here. Play reversed. Wow, we got that. Okay, that's the thing with the AI in this game, is sometimes when you challenge a play like that, I mean, it's not 100% guaranteed going to be like what you see on the screen. So I guess they saw something to overturn it. 1st and goal. Michaels fumbles the football. Passing again here. Yeah, throw it to that guy. Thank you. Connor, I don't know if he's fast enough to get the pick 6, but we get a block, and there he goes. Once again, our points, our touchdowns are scored by the defense. But we shall see. There's the punts. It's going to go... What? Lamont might be able to get there. Drags him out of bounds anyway. Minter's open. Duck out of bounds at about the 20. You have handout to the right. Abbott, no. Well, we got the ball out in time, didn't take the sack. This should be a chip shot for Mansfield, and we'll be able to go up 10 plus get the ball to start off the second half. That's always nice. I would have really liked for our offense to get into the end zone for once, and that is the end of the second quarter. Defenders with, I think, their largest halftime lead of the season so far, up 17-7, and they'll get the ball back to start the third quarter. So we're on a little bit better than normal pace. There's a block thrown by the wide receiver, and Michaels is going to get tackled at the 34 by Ty Law. But that is one of our strongest runs of the season. I love that I formation halfback counterplay. See if Michaels can make a play. He is going to dive for the end zone, and that is a touchdown. Had a lot of room over to the side, took advantage as they dropped back into his own coverage. And an extra point will put us up by 3 possessions for what I think is the first time this season. Once again, they drop back into zone. Michaels is more than likely, oh, he fumbled the football, but it runs out of bounds. Michaels has put the ball on the ground a few times. This time is the first time that it doesn't come back to haunt us, and this should be a more than doable field goal here for Mansfield, I would hope. From 36 yards, he's got 7 yards extra from his last field goal attempt that he missed. Ooh, I did not hit the accuracy on that one, but the power was good enough to knock it through. We go back up by 17 points. Drop back into coverage with Vargas, even though he was supposed to blitz. We took away the tight end option across the middle, which the computer typically likes passing to. So 3rd and 15, they're going with a 4 wide receiver set. Pump fakes and then had him out on the post route, but the defense gets to him, and that is a quick 3 and out. Here's the carry to Michaels. He gets tackled across midfield, and that will do it for your ball game. Play clock is just a few seconds ahead of the game timer, so 27-10, the most solid victory of the season so far, and it was against a team that we absolutely needed to beat. And this week we are playing the Pennsylvania Liberty in our division for the first time this season. As far as divisional foes go, we lost our first 2 against the Crocs and the Dynamo, but they are a little bit better set this season than the Liberty, so this should be the easiest of the divisional battles, and I'm hoping I don't eat my words. Fight for the run there. We got Abbott out. Cross the 50, makes the catch. Michaels will try and get this one on the ground. Has an opportunity for the touchdown and walks in before being hit across the goal line. And on the first offensive drive of the day, the defenders are able to go all the way down the field for 70 yards and put it in the end zone. Exactly what we needed as an offense. Our offense has been a little bit lacking the last few weeks. On defense, they have a really solid spy zone going here, and I just had no options. Carey ultimately gets sacked and gets his helmet popped off. I'm not even really going to worry about getting a touchdown here. It's a 3rd and long. Let's just settle for the field goal. Power and accuracy seems to be good. That one's right down the middle. We're just going to try and play it safe here. There's Payet. Oh my goodness. Carey. That had no business being that far behind. I was just talking about playing it safe, and I thought the QB vision cone and everything was on point. Like that sometimes, as that one's going into double coverage. Bonds makes the catch, somehow adjusts. They're gonna do no huddle offense. They have 3 timeouts. What are they doing? Okay, now they're gonna try for the field goal, I suppose. No, not even. Blitz doesn't get there right away. No! I gambled and I lost. That's a touchdown. For whatever reason, the hit stick went off with Cleveland, so I wasn't able to adjust for the tackle. 10-7, Norfolk leads at the half. Again, a egregious last 30 seconds where they gave up a touchdown. Ooh, he's able to split the gap here and go across the middle. across the first down marker. He's already hit 103 rushing yards on the day as we near the end of the third quarter. I want to try and see if we can go up. Michaels out to the right. He receives it for the touchdown. That's what I like about Michaels being sent out to the right sometimes instead of Kozlowski. He's got a little bit more speed, but his hands are a lot more gentle. They will run this one on first down. We brought the blitz and it worked. No gain on the play. We'll see if we can do the same thing on second down. In fact, I'm going to bring the blitz. It didn't work out last time, and they got a 30-yard passing touchdown. But with a short field, why not? We need to do something drastic. He breaks the tackle on Edwards and is able to break it out to the left for the touchdown. Oh, we had him dead in the rights. Pennsylvania, to their credit, their ball carrier was able to stay on his feet, turn on the jets, get around our other corner or linebacker who was potentially there to make the tackle, and they put some points on the board. It is now a 3-point game once again with just under 3 minutes to go. How the heck did he make that catch? Oh my goodness. He stayed in bounds, I guess, at the very least. So time will continue to tick. They're going to spike the ball here. Pennsylvania, with no wind, will have a 33-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Here is the kick, and it looks like it's going to go right down the middle for the conversion. We're tied at 17 with exactly 1 second to go. Pennsylvania will call the toss in the air. It would be an absolute heartbreaker here if Norfolk lost another close divisional battle. Luckily, we'll get the ball to start off overtime. Again, a field goal will win it. There is no updated rule set. All right, this play, I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna go towards the center of the hashes. If we pick up the first down, great. If not, this should be, fingers crossed, good enough for Mansfield to convert. Oh no, he got stuffed again at the 30. He lost another yard. Essentially right down the middle of the field. Mansfield from 48. I think this is his longest, or tied for his longest conversion of the season. We just have to make sure we get max power, accuracy, as close to 100 as possible. Here goes. 88 power. I don't think that's going to do it. I don't think that's going to do it. No, it's not. Not even close. Fuck, I hate the kicking in this game. So now Pennsylvania just needs a field goal again to win it themselves. I hate the kicking meter. Connor with the user pick. Let's go. Out across the 45, gets tackled close to the 40-yard line. We have some life. Page out to the left. That's going to get us across the 25, close to the 20-yard line. Will at least put us closer to the center of the uprights. So yes, indeed, this one should be a 30-yard field goal for Mansfield. And unless I completely botch the accuracy meter, I mean, for the love of God, I hope he makes this one. They have no timeouts to ice us. It's right down the middle. Even if I hit 88 power, this should be a good enough distance. 85 power this time, but I think that will do the trick. It's right down the middle. Thank the Lord we beat the Pennsylvania Liberty after nearly choking it away to a divisional opponent. We are in week 12 on a 3-game win streak, and we face the Seattle Steamers, who have fell on some hard times. They're at 2-8. But the one thing about this franchise that I've learned is that every team is fairly even in terms of their roster and rank. Last week we had a tough game against the Pennsylvania Liberty, who had just about the same record, so we shall see how we fare in this game against Seattle. Everybody in our division, aside from the Liberty, is just really hitting their stride right now. They're all on like 3 or 4 game win streaks, and those losses that we had to them earlier in the year are really going to come back and get us, as there goes Michaels for a decent gain. Seattle dropping back into zone. Michaels is going to get out to, let's see if they mark him down at the 11. Yeah, they drop back into a significant zone right there, and we were just able to dump the ball off to Michaels. They're not going to cover Michaels again, and he is going to cross the plane for a touchdown. I nearly dove out of bounds as the quarterback takes off there. He fumbled the football. Connor forces the fumble, and the defense recovers. We got the ball inside the 30. We'll see if they want to review that. They will not. It is a forced fumble on the quarterback running decision, I suppose. And carry once again. Oh, pick up the fumble. was going to say, I had Abbott lined up straight with the QB vision cone and carried through behind him for the interception. I don't know how we got the ball back on a fumble like that, but we got bailed out. There we go, 99 accuracy, right down the middle. So we did get 3 points off of the turnover and all the shenanigans that happened past then. It is a toss play, and our defense is way in front of the blockers, and this is a fumble recovery touchdown. Norfolk goes up 16-0. What a great first quarter so far. One thing that did work earlier was this halfback counter play. So we're going to go ahead and run that out to Michaels. We did it for the first play of the game for a gain of about 20-something yards. And there we go again. Kozlowski throws the block this time, as does the wide receiver. There goes Michaels. Corner is going to close, but not enough. It's a touchdown for Michaels, and that is our longest run play of this season. Now they're just going with streak routes. There's the interception I was looking for. And running back's going to tackle Coombs before he can get to the end zone. And Michaels is going to stay in for one more play. He is gassed, but he needs this third down conversion here. Will he be able to get it? He'll just cut it out to the left and walk in for the touchdown. Michaels having a career day, and I mean, he's our offense most of the time anyhow, but that 70-yard run, he's had some other pretty solid gains, and that touchdown will pretty much put this one away. 33-3. Reed picks this one off in the end zone. That was a floater to the running back, and Seattle once again will result with nothing on that play. Here's Michaels on the handoff. Can he get 200? Yes, he can. Tries to go for the truck stick, but gets forced out of bounds. As you see it there, 202 rushing yards for 3 touchdowns. Plus he has some receiving yards. So his total yardage has been on point today, as we're going to go ahead and take him out of the game. That will be your ball game. 37-3 is the final score. Norfolk, our most solid win of the season, by far. By far. Defense, I'll have to see again how many turnovers we got, but Michaels just went loose today. We didn't even have to pass the ball. This week is the game of the week, and also probably the game of the year up until this point. The Cape Coral Crocs are 7-4, a game behind us, but they do own the tiebreaker, and if they win this game, they'll have both of the games in terms of the tiebreaker as well as a matching record. 32 seconds left. They have 1 timeout remaining and a 4 wide receiver package here on 1st and 10. Pump fakes. Throws out to the wide receiver, and somehow Glenn's able to make the tackle still in bounds and short of the first down, just barely. Warner will catch this one near midfield, but with 10 seconds left, Cape Coral will have to spike the ball and likely have to... Oh, they're actually just going to go ahead and throw the ball here. Burton? Will he get a pick 6? Oh, please, 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 please. This would be the greatest way to end the first half. Burton with a touchdown. I thought for sure Cape Coral was going to spike the ball and then go for the Hail Mary. They did not. They just went for some weird, like, 10-yard pass play, and we get a gift of a touchdown right before the end of the first half. Finally, some scoring. That field goal is kind of coming back to bite me a little bit, I guess, because it could be 3-0 at the half, or maybe even 10-0. But regardless, we have the lead. We have the opportunity to set the tempo a little bit, as Lamont, of course, puts the ball on the ground to start the first half, and Cape Coral will get an opportunity to score right back, I suppose. Goodness gracious. Anytime I think we have an opportunity to maybe go up like 2 possessions, something like this always tends to happen. It is still raining. I'll give it that. It is still raining. Vargas nearly picks that one off. Gonna throw again on 2nd down. And Glenn... Do we have another pick 6? Jumps the routes, and there he goes. Running back's probably going to catch up. No. Glenn's going to leave him in the dust, and we have another pick 6 by the defense. An absolute fire wagon change. We had a pick 6 to end the half. We had a fumble to start the second half. Then Cape Coral again throws it right to our defense, who returns it all the way down the field for a touchdown. Man, I tell you, our defense has just been bailing us out the last few weeks with pretty much all of our defensive scores, or all of our touchdowns have been on defensive scores for the most part. That was our guy, and Connor's not fast enough to keep up with the receiver, but our safety is there to bail us out, just knocks the ball away in time, and Cape Coral, after a significantly long drive, is going to stall out and try for the 38-yard field goal attempt. This one is going to stay down the middle and good. Quarterback really lobbed that one out there. I think a little bit more of a bullet throw would have done them better, but they're actually going to go for it here. Instead of kicking the field goal, it would make it an 8-point game. They're going to keep their offense on the field, and goal line formation. I think they're going to try and run here on 4th down and 2. Means gets nothing. Larson was taking a snooze, I guess, on the sideline since he's pretty gassed, and the blitz worked. Oh no, both defenders lost him. Oh, well, here comes the 2-point try. There was enough gap between like the receiver and like him making the catch where I was like, I could probably throw a hit stick on him, but I missed, and then the other defender also missed, who was controlled by the computer, so it did not work. 2-point conversion thankfully doesn't work though for Cape Coral, and they're going to need a touchdown to stay in this ball game. So Cape Coral's not going to use their last timeout right away. We can afford to let the clock run down to about, after the punt, I would say they have about a minute on the clock to try and drive down the field for a touchdown. 19 seconds left, a 3rd and 1, so they're going to have to try and at least get past the 1st down marker on this throw before going to the end zone. Otherwise, they have 2 shots at the end zone if they really just want to try it from here. There it was. They tried it deep, and I had 6 guys back there, but only one-on-one coverage. Geez, I guess I just have to do the prevent defense from here on out to ensure that people are actually going to go with the receivers to the end zone. Is this going to be just a Hail Mary, or are they going to go across the field and try and spike it for one more opportunity here? Yes, indeed, they are going to go with the Hail Mary. That is your ball game. Turnover on downs. Norfolk. Goodness gracious, we survived. We did not get any offensive production in this game. All of our points came off of turnovers. I guess there was that field goal earlier that I decided not to, but the defense bends as much as they can, but do not break. We hold on for the 14-9 victory against our divisional foe, and Cape Coral will fall to 2 games behind us in the division. So from here on out, I think it's pretty much a race between us and DC. We do have a matchup with them coming up soon. I'm not sure which week it is, but we have 4 games left, 1 against them. Yes, this is a must win to stay pace in the division. And also, I think if we reach the 10-win mark, that will pretty much get us into the playoffs. I mean, we'd like to get the division win and a 1st-round bye, but based on how the teams have performed, a lot of them are around that 500 marker, so I think getting above and being like a 10-6 team would be enough to make the playoffs if that were the case. And there is a look at the standings. The Dynamo won their 7th game in a row, so we do indeed need a win. From what I can recall with the Liberty game, they run it a decent amount to right, but a lot of their offense is kind of based on the passing game, as you see them do some play action here on 1st down. Bonds somehow jumps over Coombs and makes the catch. Coombs was right there. That's exactly the kind of stuff that's killed us in the past, is they go for that deep ball. Oh, they go with the toss play. A nice play call. We were not ready for that, and we sent the blitz right up the guts. They toss it out to the side, and that is a touchdown. Minter being the... oh, goodness. I guess I threw it a little bit before he did the button hook anyway, but middle linebacker was right in position. I missed him. That route was supposed to be like a 5-yard, like to the sideline, but Carey airs it out like 10 or 15 yards down the field and it gets picked off. And again, the Liberty, who have one of the worst turnover differentials in the league, have already forced 2 interceptions so far, and they will start off the 2nd quarter with the ball here, going with the trips formation over to the left. Connor nearly stole that one back, but drops it. 2nd down and 10. I mean, the Liberty are definitely going for the jugular. They have nothing to lose with the 3-9 record. They're going way down the field with their passes, and the few runs they've had were pretty successful. That one gets them a gain of 6, which is one of their shortest yardage situations of the ball game so far. 3rd down and 4. They're going with a 3 tight end group, couple runners in the backfield. This will likely be a handoff. No, they're going to actually do some play action out to the tight end. That one's a deep ball that's a little bit too deep for the tight end. And there goes Cleveland up the right sideline. And the quarterback gets the tackle around the 25. Nearly got him with the face mask, too. Have him across the middle. Can you get past the linebacker there? Oh, Carey nearly let him into the end zone, but he gets stopped a few inches short the middle. But the other one, I just don't know what he was doing. He's able to sneak it in for a touchdown, and we get our first offensive touchdown in quite some time, at least 5 quarters, since we did not score one last game. And now a big 3rd and 3 upcoming. Try the short slants here again. Ideally, what we'd want is to run down the clock as much as possible and get in the end zone. We're 3 for 3 on 3rd down so far, but if we get stopped here with a gain of nothing, this should be doable field goal range for Mansfield. They are going to cover Michaels to some extent. Carey had him streaking towards the end zone, but throws it out of bounds. 96 power. That one's got enough room, and it's good. So with a minute and a half, we are back tied at 10. Since we can't rely on the turnovers like all the time. Oh, that one's batted by the defender to his teammate, and Burton is going to get tackled around the 10-yard line. I need to get another look at that replay. First of all, where the heck was that throw going? I don't know if the quarterback was pressured. No, he was not. He tried to throw this one out to the right, I suppose, to his man going over the sideline, but not a great decision anyway. We got 4 Norfolk players right there. And the ball is swatted down. Our other guy comes in and catches it and is able to get a good return inside the 10. So we have a 1st and goal. Let's run some clock, hopefully get in the end zone. Draw play on 1st down. Michaels breaks the tackle. Oh, he fumbled the football. McCaffrey, one of the offensive linemen, picks it up, and that's a touchdown. Michaels had an initial good move here with the middle linebacker that I didn't even perform. Then he got shoved over pretty hard, lost the football. Our offensive lineman, thankfully, is there to scoop in the touchdown, and that's not a touchdown that you see very often, or a player that you see score a touchdown very often. 3rd and 3 from the 32. Liberty have not made a 3rd down conversion as of yet. If they miss this one, it's going to be close to a 50-yard field goal, which they made a 48-yarder earlier. Richardson gets sacked again. Just held onto the ball a little bit long again. They're going to try for the field goal from 54 yards, 55 even, with the wind going a bit against them to the side. Again, he made from 48 just barely. And while he's in the center of the field for this one, we'll see if he has enough leg. He does not. No good. They have one more timeout remaining, which means we can run this down to about a minute left on the clock if we don't get the 1st down. It's going to be incredibly hard. Oh, there goes Michaels out to the left. Stay in bounds, fella. He's inside the 20. And that one is good. 20 seconds remaining. 23 unanswered points for the defenders. Ran about 2 minutes off the clock on that one after the failed missed field goal attempt by the Liberty. Here's the last hurrah by the Liberty. We'll see how far Richardson can get it this time. Incomplete. 3 straight incompletions on the Hail Mary attempts. And there you go. There's your ball game. The defenders win 23-10. We're nearing the end of the regular season, and we have this matchup against the Los Angeles Lions before our marquee matchup next week against the DC Dynamo, likely for the top seed and the division in the NFC. The Lions, one of the only teams so far this year to actually tie a game. But here we are on 1st and 10. Lions stacking the right side with 2 tight ends. We'll see if they run it out to the side. No, they're doing a screen on the first play of the game. Doesn't really get him much. This one will be another pass and another screen. What is going on? Big 3rd down and 12. Again, don't want to force anything here. Lose that 3-point opportunity at the very least. I might have an opportunity to try Lamont to the end zone there, though. They are double covering him. I'm just going to throw the ball away. 61 accuracy. That's going to stay inside the upright. And another opportunity where we've been driving. We've had a significant chew off the clock, and we might be held to a field goal. So going up only 6-0 after dominating the time of possession would be kind of, well, not good. .88s across the board, and that will be enough to get it down the middle. So the defenders take a 6-0 lead, and now we have a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. The Lions just really did some work here on this drive, and now they have 4 plays to try and punch it in from the inch-yard line. Oh, they went with the play action, and it's going to come back to bite them. A sack. I just don't know why the Lions didn't decide to try and run the ball from like the inch-yard line, you know? And that throw, I don't know where that one was going, but maybe he got hit as he threw. 4th and goal. We hold the Lions to a field goal after a huge drive down the field by Los Angeles. That'll be the end of the first half. A very low-scoring affair. 6-3 is your halftime score. Let's see where that brings us. There's that dang wide receiver screen again. That's the 4th time they've called that. Play action streak pattern here like I sometimes do on 2nd and inches. If not, we could probably punch it in on 3rd and inches if there's an incomplete. They drop back into significant coverage. Minter's got single coverage down the field, and that is a touchdown. That's exactly why we do that play call right there. Hesitated a little bit, which sometimes you get called for pass interference, but a good strike down the field, and that is about a 50-yard touchdown. Going for it all. Misses. We'll see if they go for it on 4th down. Yes, they will. I mean, a field goal would put them within 1 possession game, but the smart thing would be to run the ball here on 4th and inches, you would assume, bringing the blitz. No, they're passing again. Wright is going to get sacked, and the Lions come away with nothing. Michaels does not get the 1st down, but Los Angeles is also not going to use their last timeout. So I suppose what I can do here is Mansfield missed a 49-yard attempt earlier. If we can put 3 points on the board, I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot in the grand scheme of things since they're already down by 10, but I mean, it's a lot easier to score a touchdown and then drive down the field again, only like 30 or 40 yards to get the field goal. That's about as good of a kick as I can get. And there is Mansfield from 49, puts us up 16-3. And now that'll absolutely force the Lions to try and go for 2 touchdowns as opposed to just a touchdown and a field goal. They have 1 minute and 11 seconds to do it, still just only 1 timeout. And that was with about the same amount of time that they have now. Good move there. Oh, fumble forced by Combs, and he's going to stay in bounds. There goes Edwards out to the 10. Offensive line is too slow, and we get a fumble and recovery for 7 points to put the final dagger in this one. You can go ahead and celebrate, Justin Carey. You've just made the playoffs essentially with your 11th win of the season. But will we be able to get the division crown and hopefully the 1st round bye? And this week we've got the big one. This is for all the marbles. We're playing the DC Dynamo. This will likely decide the top seed in the NFC. This will likely decide the division race. And a win here today is the difference between maybe 1st and 5th place. And there you have it. There's your standings. The Crocs also won today, so they are pretty well set to make the playoffs, I would assume, if I remember correctly, though. This one's going across the middle. Reed tipped it and then caught it on the 2nd try. He's going to get to about the 50-yard line. Let's get a look at that replay. You see the quarterback, who again is lefty. That threw me off last time. Just hawk it across the middle and into double coverage, plus Reed coming over. He got it there, and then, oh, he actually kind of had it tipped to him by his teammate. That's some really good animation right there. Dynamo drop into zone. Oh, I got tripped up by the guy's feet as he was on the ground. Thought I had a blocker there to maybe scramble across the 1st down marker, but Carey just tripped over the defense's foot, and that will hold us to a field goal try. 30 yards. Mansfield's got plenty of range. It's just up to the kicking accuracy on this one. Basically an extra point in today's NFL. 74 accuracy will do the trick, and off the turnover we take the 3-0 lead. 3rd and 6 now. Strong safety cheated in, so let's see if we can get the draw play past him here on 3rd and 6. Oh, they brought the blitz. Michaels is not able to get all the way out to the 1st down marker, but gets us a couple yards to work with for the field goal try. 49 yards, which is about what Mansfield can hit in neutral wind. This one, the wind is going significantly with him. Come on, wind. Oh, he missed. Let's see how much he missed by here. That much. Now on 3rd and 12, I'm going to go with the zone package. We don't want to let up the 1st down. If they get a little bit close to the 1st down, but don't make it, that's fine. Field goal will likely tie the game in that case, but I don't want to give up the touchdown if I can, or the 1st down. Connor was there even with the difficult camera, but there was another defender that was also in the same area. Not quite sure what the quarterback saw in that situation, but on a third down, I mean, you can't make that play if you're the CPU. You need to just throw the ball away or make the short completion, hang on to the ball, and at least tie the game up with a field goal. So we will take that. And now we can start kicking our 2-minute offense into effect here. So we have a minute and a half to go here. Page might have some single coverage out to the left. Yes, indeed, we're going for it long. Safety's not going to get there, and there is the catch to Page out to the 20. Absolute dime of a throw. Big 3rd down and 7 now. We'll have a few options across the middle. Lamont can't hold on to the ball, gets rocked by the safety. Well, I was asking him maybe a little bit too much on that one, but this should be another decent field goal try for Mansfield right down the middle from 34 yards. Not a very long try. 88's on the board, and there we go. We take the 6-0 lead. I'm willing to bet we have a significant amount of pass yards though, since usually we run the ball, and if anything, like, it's an even split. Passing is kind of dominating this one here today. Michaels. I thought he was down. I'm going to challenge this one. It's going to be hard to tell. The ball's kind of coming out right around the same time his elbow is down. Get another look here at this angle, even though it's pretty much the same as the first one. His butt might have even been down too, but that could be a fumble. Play reversed. We might have gotten away with one there. Like I said, I thought his elbow was close and maybe his buttocks. DC dropped into zone. Michaels was open, bobbled the ball again. So far their passing game hasn't done too much consequential work, as Warwick is, oh no. Warwick's gonna break this one for a touchdown. We had a few chances to tackle him, it did not work, and that's our longest rushing touchdown against of the season. The extra point's gonna put the Dynamo up by a score of 7-6, and that missed field goal is really coming back to us now. And this is huge right here. We want to score a touchdown if we can. We are well into field goal range, but we need to capitalize with some touchdowns. We've failed to do that all game so far. They're letting Michaels go on the zone. Is across the plane for the touchdown. I thought he was down short, but they're going to give it to him. And now the big question is, do we go for 2? I think we do here. That way a touchdown by the Dynamo will likely tie the game. And I'm going to go with the slants here. If not, we have Carey who can scramble. Michaels is all alone. Oh, he got 2 feet in. He got 2 feet in. Wow, I don't think he was in. Can I take a look at the replay, actually? Carey drops back. I was eyeing this linebacker because I'm like, if he goes over to Michaels, I'm just going to run in. But he stayed, and Michaels had so much room over to the left. Carey still put it as close to the sideline as he can go. So there is, oh, his toe is in. Did his left foot even drag, though? Does that count? I guess that might count right there. Oh my goodness, that is about as close as you can get. A couple guys across the middle. We've got one covered. And the sack, the coverage fails for the Dynamo. They have to punt. 4th and 15. I mean, it's too close in their own territory to even think about it, but even 15 yards is a lot. Anyhow, first run should take us down to the 2-minute warning. They'll probably use a couple more timeouts on that. And that's if we don't get the first down. If we get the first down, Michaels has some room to run. Out across the 45 to the 50. Diving miss by the linebacker, and there he goes. Michaels is going to more than likely send us to the postseason with the first round bye. Michaels has come up clutch in these last couple minutes. First the toe tap in the 2-point conversion, actually the touchdown to that point too, but this one, we're just trying to run some clock, and he breaks this one for close to 60 yards. Actually 67-yard touchdown run. Now we'll put Michaels over the 100-yard rushing mark on the day. Going with the screen on? No. Oh, single coverage, but Reed is able to read that one off the pass, and that's going to do it. Or about as close as you can get. I guess they still have 3 timeouts, can force a punt, but effectively a first down here ends the game. Oh, there goes Michaels again. Let's go. Straight up the middle for a touchdown. Oh my goodness, Derek Michaels, you beast. What on earth? The Dynamo are just super choking right now. That one's another 50-yard run straight up the gut on a dive play for a touchdown. I have to look at his stats after the game here. That is incredible. It is official, 28-7. The Norfolk Defenders can officially celebrate. They have won the division, and I believe our last game is against the Venom, who are maybe teetering a little bit below that 500 mark. We might be able to rest our starters for all we know. And we've made it to the end of the regular season. We're playing the Las Vegas Venom today before the playoffs, and we've somehow won 8 in a row, and a lot of those games have felt fairly close with the exception of like maybe 1 or 2. You know, these very well could have been games that we lost and we'd be around the 500 mark. Luckily, we've been able to finagle our way out of some tough situations. Michaels, the throw kind of led him back over the middle as opposed to the end zone, so that was a little bit partially my fault for waiting that long, but incomplete. We'll still take a lead here, barring a complete meltdown of the kicking meter, but this should basically be a chip shot. There we go, 99 accuracy right down the middle. So a good performance once again from our run game. We just tried a few pass attempts that didn't quite do much. See if we can get the run game back on track. We went a little bit pass heavy on the last drive. Jones again barreling through defenders, picks up about 7 on that one. There's the total offense. The Venom actually have -1 passing yard after that sack. Now Wiggins, the quarterback, is going to go for a run. Doesn't quite get the first down, but got dang close. 3rd and inches. Tried for the blitz on 3rd down. Moss was able to break our coverage and make it for a run of about 10 before getting kind of upended and losing the football. So we get the ball right back. We'll see if the Venom decide to challenge this. They will not. Just going to go ahead and do a running play. Jones out to the left. Man, he's just trucking through everybody so far. 4th and 3. I mean, a punt's not going to buy us too much. We might as well go for it here. Too long for a field goal. Like, the punt will only net us about like 20 yards, and our defense has been holding true. So why not? Let's go for it on 4th and 3. Nothing to lose here. Jones is open. He's got some soft hands. Carry is in for the touchdown on the scramble. At one point during this run, I thought he was going to get sandwiched around the 1-yard line. Did take a bit of a hit, but luckily held on to the football. Had already crossed the plane by that point, and that's how you're going to end your half. 10-0. We'll get the ball to start as well. The ball's just gotten there a whole lot quicker. Got Brown to the end zone. There we go. Just had enough space after he cut out to the right. Look here. Safety tried to cheat back across the middle, and by the time the ball was thrown, I mean, it was a little bit behind the receiver. If we caught him in stride, it would have really been no contest, but there's a passing touchdown. Don't get too many of those. Oh, ball got bobbled a few times, and Connor comes up with it. That was funny. There are like 3 different guys that just kind of played hot potato with it before Connor eventually made the play. Honestly, that 3rd and inches, probably should have had that earlier. There goes Jones. In for the score. I didn't think he'd get there. Might have had his knee down by the 1, but game gave it to him. And there's the payoff he's been looking for. He took the start today. Had a few good runs in the first quarter, not much sense, but finally gets his first touchdown of the game. And there you have it. Are they going to have a special animation here for the end of the game? They didn't show the scoreboard, but again, the game ends 24-3. There's Jones. He's fired up. Had a few incompletions on that last drive, but get a good look at some players here to end the game. And the Norfolk Defenders, for the 9th consecutive game win, pushed their record to 13-3. Already have solidified the first round bye, but welcome back to wildcard week of the Norfolk Defenders Madden 06 rebrand. We have the week off for the bye at least, but we're still going to be playing some action here in just a moment. But first, we're going to go over the wildcard matchups, see who we meet in the divisional round. So first off, in the AFC, we have a battle of the aquatic creatures. We have the Florida Sharks and the Maryland Sea Monsters. Let's go ahead and simulate this game. Indeed, the Sea Monsters win this one by a score of 31-3, not even a contest here. Next up, in the NFC, we have the Fort Worth Bandits and the Washington Wildcats. Both teams end at 10-6 on the season. Wildcats pull off the win, 19-17, a close one as we get a look at the box score here. But Washington, who I believe had somebody actually set the record for most field goals, they did the game-winning field goal with just under 4 minutes to go. These guys still play 15-minute quarters. Back to the AFC, the Colorado Cougars hosting at 8-8, the worst of the division winners. They'll play the Missouri Storm. No, a 7-6 game. What happened here? Colorado with 2 field goals and Missouri with a touchdown in the second quarter, and that was it. There was no scoring in the third or fourth quarter. And last up, we have the Cape Coral Crocs, who were able to sneak past the Dynamo for the last playoff spot against the Dakota Buzz. Signing free agents. Oh, they had to sign a quarterback to fill out the roster. Interesting. And it looks like the Crocs won, since we are actually playing them in the divisional round. So for the third time this season, we'll be playing the Cape Coral Crocs, and this is for all the marbles. I mean, we lost their first game against them and beat them in the second round, but this one, I mean, depends on who gets the third and final laugh. All right, so we'll get a look here at the other divisional round matchups before we go ahead and get to our game. So again, I'll be taking a look at some of the matchups here, simulating the games, and then going to our game. So first up, we have the Storm and the Marshals. The Marshals, the top seed in the AFC, but the Storm also now have 11 wins after their recent victory. Go ahead and simulate this game. Will the Marshals take home the home field W? Indeed they will. 14-9 is the final score. Now we got the Sea Monsters and the Snowbirds in the AFC, the other AFC matchup. So this is to play the Marshals in the championship game. I'm going with them in this matchup. We'll see how it turns out. No, the Snowbirds with a 21-9 victory. And if we were to beat the Crocs, this is the matchup that we're paying attention to here. These are the teams that we could potentially play in the NFC Championship, the Washington Wildcats and the Louisiana Sailors. We'll go ahead and simulate the game. And the Sailors take that one handily, 31-6. My goodness. This is it. This is the first game of the playoffs in the divisional round against the Cape Coral Crocs, looking to fend them off for once and for all. We have the benefit of playing them at home this time. It's a Saturday night in January. Week 19 matchup technically, but we're in the divisional round of the playoffs. First and 10, I'm going to go with the Blitz. Larson, the running back for the Crocs. I'm not sure if they still have the same quarterback, though, since they had to sign somebody. It's Stewart. Wait, is this Cordell Stewart? I just realized he's pretty old in this game, but I still think he's in Madden 06. Let's see if the Crocs have Cordell Stewart at quarterback. Oh, wow. So McFarland got injured, and indeed it is Cordell Stewart, 70 overall. Both of their quarterbacks, oh, I guess McFarland's questionable, but Calvin Moore's out for the season, their backup. So they had to sign Cordell Stewart off the street last week before the wild card round. That alone, I mean, props to them for winning their last matchup. In fact, I'm surprised they're actually passing as much as they are so far today. Page single coverage? Yes, sir. I didn't even switch over to him because I'm like, I know the CPU is going to have the best chance of like a 50-50 ball. I should probably trust my run defense or run offense a little bit more, but they're going to drop into a zone. Michaels has so much room over there on the left, and that's a touchdown. You cannot leave him to his own devices over there. He will make you pay. Offensive showing here on the drive, especially that third down play down the left side on the streak pattern, leads us to good things. And now it's up to our defense. Page with a 43-yard reception to keep the drive alive. And now our defense needs to show up against Cordell Stewart. It's going to be a 3rd and 4 upcoming. Let's go with the short slants. If the play's not there, I'm throwing it out of bounds. We just need points in this situation. Touchdown's great. Field goal is still good. Yep. Blitz got to me. Coverage was there. Throw the ball away. Take the easy field goal. Should be a chip shot. That should do the trick right down the middle, and we take a 10-0 lead on the Crocs. The Crocs just no luck today on offense. That's their 4th punt of the game, of the first half. And we might have a chance now to add some points with a 1.5 minutes on the clock and all 3 timeouts. Does not. He drops back into coverage. Brown across the middle. Through all the safeties. Gets out to the 15. Nice little pocket of open space right there. I love it. So can we get into the end zone in the last 30 seconds here? Take Lamont. He'll get us out to the 5. No, he's going to race in for the touchdown. He just gets across the end zone plane, and there we go. 26 seconds left in the second half, so Cape Coral will have a little bit of an opportunity here. Maybe with 1 or 2 deep balls. If they want to do a little 5 or 10 yard dump off pass and try for the Hail Mary, that's fine, but I just can't let them get into field goal range because that would be the easiest point opportunity. What is going on here? He had all day to throw it, and like time was at a standstill for a few seconds with the receivers and stuff all in the same place, and just decided to throw it with nothing there. Oh goodness. Coombs with a tackle at the 1 yard line, but how do you let that happen? How do you let that happen with the prevent defense? Like, good God, I have 6 guys back there, maybe even 7. Well, we prevented the touchdown, thankfully, only led to a field goal. I mean, I don't even think the field goal should have been allowed. What the prevent defense should be is so that you don't get deep or beat deep, and that's almost what happened there. 8 plays, 63 yards, almost 2 minutes off the clock. That's exactly what you love to see. I would just love to capitalize it with a touchdown. So 3rd and goal, like, just keep trying to power through. If we miss, like, I'll probably consider the field goal again instead of like going for it on 4th and goal. I don't know. Michaels, doesn't matter, gets it on 3rd down. He's into the end zone. And that will push the lead up to 21 after the extra point. I should have saw this coming. Hail Mary. And there is your end of the ball game. That is one of our most thorough, dominant performances of the season. It just so happened to come against our division rivals in the playoffs. We will go to the NFC Championship. Just 4 teams remain. And we are still on a long winning streak. We hope it continues for the next couple weeks here into the Super Bowl. But first, it will be a matchup with Louisiana at home. And today we are in the Conference Championship week. We're down to the final 4 teams, and this week we have a chance to play into the Super Bowl. I'm excited. Let's give you a look at the remaining 4 teams that are left, including us. So again, in the NFC, we play the Louisiana Sailors, who we defeated in week 2 by a score of 30-17. Here's a quick team matchup. But first, let's get a look at the AFC matchup between the Snowbirds and the Marshalls. We're going to go ahead and simulate this game to see who reaches the Super Bowl and who we might potentially match up against if we win our matchup. So here we go. Here's the simulation of the game. And the Snowbirds come away in overtime, 19-16. We'll get a look at the box score. Nothing doing in the first quarter. Toronto with a 10-3 lead in the second quarter. And then again, no scoring until the 4th. Georgia with 13 unanswered points. Toronto was able to tie it up with 2 seconds left on the clock and send it into overtime. And from there, they drove down the field. And this overtime, there's no back and forth. If you score a field goal, you win. They were able to drive down the field and get a field goal within the first minute and a half of overtime period. So there you go. There's your ball game. The Snowbirds just happened to catch back up and win the coin toss. They are in the Super Bowl. Toronto and Canada are in the Super Bowl for a chance to win for the first time ever. But this is it. The Defenders, 14 wins, a 10-game win streak on the line. I think the Sailors are a much different team than what they were back in week 2. That was such a long time ago. I mean, back then we were even struggling to get some stuff going on offense. We've really shaken off the rust, at least with the run game, and just the turnovers have been a lot better recently in terms of like what we are able to do on offense. The Sailors actually defer to kick. It is a cold one here in Norfolk today. You can kind of see the little breaths that the players are taking hanging in the air. So it's frigid. It's January. Michael's not able to get anything on that carry. Our offensive lineman was a bit slow there. Kind of already with our backs against the wall here on 3rd and 12 from our own territory. Here comes the free safety in. See if we maybe have some one-on-one coverage for each of our receivers. Carey's going to extend the play. Page just stopped as soon as I threw it. And the Sailors get an interception on the play. Our wide receiver just decided to stop running in the middle of the field. I thought he's going to continue on with the same pattern, but not so. And now the Sailors have some good field position. We're going to have to defend here. Oh, Nelson breaks past our linebacker, showboats into the end zone, and it's a horrid start in the first quarter. The Sailors with a 40-yard touchdown pass to start off the game. Can only go up from here, I would hope. It's a little bit of a mistake on my end, I suppose, to go away from the run. I mean, when you lose a couple yards on first down, your first thought's to go to the pass or something, but then you kind of force Carey to make some plays and our wide receiver core, and that just hasn't been our success pattern to start off the season. Michaels is open again. Minter stays in bounds, doesn't quite get the first down. Second and goal though, we'll go with the halfback sting, see if we can pick up a touchdown. Michaels is able to cut it out to the left, and we should be able to tie this up with an extra point opportunity. A great offensive drive there after the disastrous start. And now it'll be up to our defense. I mean, the Sailors scored on the first play of the game, and I don't envision that happening again. One thing I'm worried about is if they decide to go deep, because there have been a few opportunities where we have the 2 deep safeties, and they've just kind of let the opposition go. Glenn! That's why you sent those guys out around the line of scrimmage out to the sidelines, so they can pick up those passes like that. After 2 abysmal pass plays to start off the game, we've really well adjusted with the passing game since then. There's Michaels again. Is he able to get to the end zone? Yes, indeed. You just can't leave him unattended over there. They've had a turnover and a quick touchdown, so I don't really know what to expect here on drive number 3. They're going to go ahead with the pass. And that one was into some double coverage across the middle, very contested. And the Sailors, for the second straight offensive play, have thrown an interception. And now Louisiana, who scored to make it 7-0 very early in the game, now finds themselves down 2 possessions. They're reeling right now with a couple turnovers on their last 2 possessions. They're going to run the ball. Smart play. You have one of the best running backs in the league. Oh my goodness, he fumbled the ball. I was just about to say, you have one of the best running backs in the league, because he was like one of the top 3 rushers in the league. And for the 3rd straight offensive play, the Sailors have turned the ball over twice with an interception and once with a fumble. But Louisiana, I would guess once they get closer to the 1-minute mark, they're going to try and maybe call some more timeouts and see if they can at least get one more offensive possession before the half. Michaels has some room to run. The wide receiver held his block, and Michaels is able to just tiptoe into the end zone. Another touchdown for Michaels, and an extra point will give us 24 points in the first half. Going deep down the field again. And that will result in a 4th down. Okay, Louisiana's actually going to go for it on 4th and 8. And if they turn the ball over here, we'll have a short field to maybe put some more points on the board. So this is a big 4th down. And Louisiana is already kind of going with an all-or-nothing approach. And that one's thrown into triple coverage. Burton is able to pick it off. We get pushed back about 10 yards from where we were. But that is our 3rd pass interception on defense of the game. Michaels is able to put the spin move on to get past the 20, but we're just going to take it from right there. Call a timeout with about 3 or 4 seconds left and just get 3 points on the board. 36-yard attempt for Mansfield, about close to the last field goal he made in his last opportunity. Only 88 power, but that should have enough distance to make it through. Kind of died a little bit at the end. And we have 1 second left in the first half. 27 unanswered points for the defenders. For all intents and purposes, I believe this one is over. We just need to, well, almost intercept the ball. Come on, Edwards. That was right to you on the tee. Oh, there's a fumble forced by Cleveland. It's picked up by the Sailors. That would have done it right there. A strong hit. Get a look there at Michaels. Like I said, 150 yards, almost guaranteed per game. That one into triple coverage. We're just going with the prevent here, preventing the touchdown. They can take wherever else they want on the field. They have no timeouts remaining. Little time to work with. So any, I mean, they have to take a shot to the end zone. Anything else will just tackle them. The clock effectively runs out. There's Martin. And again, gets inside the 10, but that is it. Like, they have maybe one more play to run. And then this game is over. They'll probably spike it here. Inside of 10 seconds. There's the spike with 6 seconds remaining. Maybe 2 plays at the end zone, depending on how fast they throw it. And again, we're just trying to prevent the touchdown. Doesn't matter at this point anyhow. Picked off by Coombs. to end the game. That one was at his shoestrings. And we end the game with another turnover. Our ball hawking defense forces 4 interceptions and a forced fumble. Justin Carey, you are going to the Super Bowl against Toronto. So it's USA versus Canada. We find ourselves in the championship game, and it should be a fun week. Hopefully we can cap it off with a title. Our matchup will be against the Toronto Snowbirds from the AFC, the 2nd seed in the AFC. We come to you live from, what stadium is this? Is this the old Dallas Stadium? Or I'm trying to think here. Maybe it's Detroit? I'm having a hard time picking up, but then again, this game is like 15 years old. We get a special look at the Super Bowl animations, cinematics, whatever you want to call it. Here come the Snowbirds. They're wearing the away whites, which looks a lot cleaner than their home uniform from what I remember. Justin Carey's getting excited, amping the team up around midfield. And there's the giant inflatable Lombardi trophy. Snowbirds are looking to bring the Super Bowl to Canada for the first time ever. Super Bowl XL. Geez, this is a really old game. So I think this is the year that the Seahawks and the Steelers played each other. I like this though. A nice dome stadium setting. It's not too cold, not too windy, not rainy. We've had a lot of like varying weather throughout the year. So we'll see if we're able to run off a long one here. Wide receiver sells the streak pattern, or at least goes down 15, 20 yards down the field. So Michaels is able to get a gain of 10 right off the bat. Minter's open. Carey leads him over to the sideline. The computer just kind of made him stay in bounds automatically, which is really cool. Michaels cuts out to the left. Nice block by the wide receiver. And we do get the first down. In one play, we're out to the 26-yard line. Kozlowski got to lob it to him, otherwise he's not going to catch it, and he's got room to run for the touchdown. Man, I don't know. Maybe that's Kozlowski's first reception touchdown of the year, but he had space. He was like a cow out in a pasture, and there we go. We're on the board with a touchdown. We capped off the first drive of the Super Bowl with a score. Second down, they do indeed go with the pass play, and they have 2 receivers on 1 safety. Did he catch that? I thought he was out of bounds. That was a nice play call, though. They had 2 guys right in the same area. I only had 1 defender. Yeah, he was out of bounds. I'm going to challenge that. I mean, the challenge play thing's always kind of wonky anyhow. We had one last week or 2 weeks ago that went definitively in our favor. That should not have been a catch. But this is a big play. Like, if I can overturn this, yeah, like, I don't even know if he gets 1 foot in. This is the best angle right here. So he has his left foot. It's in the air, though, when he catches it. And by the time he brings it back down, both feet are out of bounds. So this should be a reversed call. Can't really hear the referee ever, so play reversed. Okay, thank goodness. You know, at this range right now, if we were to throw it incomplete, is about 45 yards. Mansfield can kind of do that. Just gonna throw that one away. Started to have the receiver cut up the sideline, but there was a safety there. Don't want to chance it, just take the point opportunity if we can. So Toronto holds a bit strong. We had a few passing plays that ultimately didn't go anywhere. They've been really good on those draw plays as well so far. And Mansfield will try and make this one from 45 yards. 91 power, the 62 accuracy. Oh goodness, he just cannot get any lift on the ball. Here's how much it missed by. I'd say a good, let's see, that referee, let's just say 6 feet tall. It missed by a good 6 feet from hitting the crossbar, so it just stinks. I mean, that's the nature of this game is, I mean, I could adjust the sliders, but, you know, you just honestly can't really make much beyond the 40-yard marker unless you hit, like, perfect power or, like, high 90s, which isn't the easiest thing to do the higher up the difficulty scale you go. I'm going to go with a cover 2 package across the middle, 3 linebackers covering the middle. We have the guys off to the sides in case they do a screen or anything like that. They do have a guy going out to the left. I kind of dropped my coverage as Vargas for a second, which may lead to a field goal conversion for Toronto, 52 yards. Let's see who their kicker is. I guess it won't show us until he actually kicks the ball, but they might have signed one of those free agents. Let's see if 52 is good. Oh, it bounced off the support bar in the middle once it goes past the crossbar. So another kick that just barely almost ran out of steam. Abbott's into almost single coverage. I jumped early and they're going to gut. Oh, wow. They're going to get him for pass interference instead. I think that was my mistake for jumping so early, but he like brushed against the defender and they threw the flag for it. So I ain't going to lie. I think I was bailed on that play right there, and we are inside the red zone as a result. Going to make some quick decisions here. I mean, I still want to get the ball off in time, but again, we could just call a timeout if we need to. Carry, scrambling. Michaels is open. I was waiting for that linebacker to commit. He just kind of kept doing the same zone and didn't really commit to the quarterback or the running back. So found our opportune moment, and there's Michaels with a receiving touchdown. Our second passing touchdown to our backfield. We had one to the fullback, one to the halfback. And Toronto will have little time to make a push here to end the second half. We're going to go up by 11 points with the extra point here. If we make it, there we go. Carries pressured, finds Michaels over to the left. I was about to run it with him, but there is Michaels ready and waiting for the reception. And we are inside the 15. I've had some really good pocket presence so far today. I mean, usually I roll out to the right, if anything, but the pressure got there right away. And instead of just taking the run for about 5 or 6 yards, Michaels is right there based on the pattern that we picked. Actually, we're to the 11-yard line. I thought we were just past the 15, but he got almost to the 10. I'll try a play action here with carry. Maybe see if we can get things out to the end zone. If not, we can throw the ball away, take the field goal. Another missed pressure there. Page? No. I threw it a fraction too soon. He was cutting towards the corner of the pylon. Thankfully, not in the territory where Toronto could intercept the ball. But we've been extending plays with carry so far. I mean, this has probably been the most nimble he's been all season. Just happens to come in the Super Bowl and, okay. Kicking meter will not be my enemy this time. This is a chip shot, 24 yards, right down the middle. I nearly did it again. 3rd and 10. Coombs picks that one off, and quarterback threw that one, I think, a bit rushed. They had 2 receivers in the same area. They were both supposed to like break off a certain direction and cut at a certain point. He threw it before they really got to that cutting point, so there was just a cluster of bodies. And another interception. Toronto, like I said, not a passing team. If we can force them to pass, might lead to more turnover opportunities. They don't really have the luxury going forward of maybe running the ball as much as they'd like. And now we have another 1st and goal. We're inside the 10. Last time resulted in a field goal. So what can we do this time around? Michaels is still in the game after that quick breather where Jones came in. And there he goes up the middle to the 1. The inch-yard line as designated by the game. Let's see if we can get one more run here by Michaels to punch it into the end zone. So you get a look there at the drive, almost 2.5 minutes off. This will be the 10th play of the drive. Can we cap it off with Michaels? He is the total package. He now has a receiving and a rushing touchdown. Just an all-around yard machine, however you want to give him the ball. For as much as he led us this season, I want to get him the Super Bowl MVP. They might give it to somebody like Connor for getting a few picks or 8 interceptions. If he gets another one, like definitely they'll give it to him. But that is a huge touchdown right here. Will put us up by 3 touchdowns, just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Toronto is really going to have to ramp up their offense and their passing game, which wasn't the strongest to begin with, as we've seen. They were kind of setting off to the right side. Michaels, did he just go over 100 yards rushing? Yes, he did. 103 rushing yards, 23 rushing attempts, 2 touchdowns. I guess that's counting his reception touchdown from earlier. But he did go over the 100-yard rushing mark, and I know he's got to have close to 50 reception yards like he normally does. Like I said, you can just kind of expect him to have about 150 yards a game total, as there goes Minter. Carry threw that way across the field. Minter was able to jump and battle for the pass and runs up the sideline for an additional about like 20 yards. See if we can get Carry maybe a passing touchdown across the air as we near the 3-minute mark of the Super Bowl. Michael's still in the game. Everybody's kind of gassed, honestly. Minter out to the right. Blown coverage there by Toronto. I don't know if they ran into each other with Abbott also kind of going over here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, he had no idea. The whole right side of the end zone was open. Norfolk knows the inevitable at this point. This extra point will put him up 31-3 with 3 minutes to go. Toronto needs 4 touchdowns at this point and have not scored a touchdown yet in the game. Here's the snap with about 1:20 on the clock. Michaels is going to pick up the first down anyway, being the boss that he is, and that's going to be your ball game. I'm still going to continue to run the ball, though, since, well, I guess I could do the QB sneak, just end this one on a high note. If they do call a timeout on this next play, I mean, we're pretty close to the 40-second mark, so we'll probably have to kneel a couple times. But Toronto doesn't look like they're going to be calling any timeouts. And Carey, with just one more kneel down, will put this game away. And we will get him the Super Bowl victory, or more accurately, he will get us the Super Bowl victory with all the hard work he's done. As there we are, there's the end of the game. Norfolk can begin the celebration as Super Bowl champions at Ford Field. There's the confetti. High five the coaches. Gatorade bath, I think, at some point. Michaels with the game ball. How about that? That's awesome. There's the Gatorade bath. It's Michaels again. He was just holding the football. What happened? Maybe next time, Canada. I'm sorry. I wish you guys could get a Super Bowl eventually, or an NFL team for that matter. I don't even know what coach that is. All the coaches, like, they have the real faces, but they're all in just generic white, and it's kind of hard to see with their skin mask faces. Congratulations, you have won the Super Bowl. This is a very, like, you know, old school style of video game where they have a congratulations message after you win. I hope you guys enjoyed. We made it through the entire season of Season 1, capped it off with a Super Bowl victory, and when we go back to this series after the off-season episode, we will move to all Madden difficulty and pick a few guys for our team that I think would best help out the club. Instead of just dealing with what we got, we can start to build the team and shape our own foundation from here on out. Again, thank you so much for watching this Madden 06 Rebrand Season 1 featuring the Norfolk Defenders. We will see you for Season 2 at some point. Until then, this is Kasabe, and take care.